Hi Instagram, my name's... Maybe I shouldn't do that. You guys think I'm weird for slapping myself in the face. What's up guys, Jason here, aspiring entrepreneur, just showing you the day in the life of a budding entrepreneur, the hustle, grind, and confusion and frustration. Today, frustration of building a online business from scratch. So before I dive into the Instagram thing, 90 seconds or less, I promise guys, it's not like I'm gonna wait till the end of the video. I really do wanna share that with you. Just wanted to point out my new setup. I think this is gonna be something that I'm gonna be using for videos moving forward. So go ahead and let me know in the comments below if you like this kind of lighting or feeling, or if it just feels a little too studio-esque, because I definitely wanna keep it real, keeping it real, keep it real for you guys, because obviously this is a lot prettier than probably how the desk looks all day long, right? It gets a little messy, but with that, I thought I'd try something different today, just talking to you guys at the end of the day and then overlaying all these shots that you're looking at of what I've been working on, everything I've been putting together. And I spent pretty much half of my day building a spreadsheet for the mass uploading of YouTube videos that's about to take place while I'm on vacation, starting at the end of this week. And so one of the things I wanted to remind you guys is the importance of in your business versus on your business, and the difference between process and creation. And this ties into Instagram as well, because I'm going to be having some videos for you guys about the process of doing Instagram versus the creative. But essentially, the thing about it is, when you're building something, when you're creating something, you're working on your business. When you're doing a repetitive process, you're working in your business. So you want to eliminate those repetitive processes and have most of your day building new stuff or generating new content, like this, or my new Excel sheet that I'm going to be using with my team to keep track of all of the YouTube videos and the uploading, the tags and the playlists, and keeping everything organized. That's just really important. So, Instagram problems. Yes, everything changed. The phone died, so I figured I'd pull it up in the background for you guys. And I'll just overlay screenshots to speed up the process of showing you. So long story short, what happened? Well, for those of you who aren't familiar with Instagram, here's a 60-second rundown of the traditional advice that's given on how to market yourself on Instagram. Step 1, make some cool looking picture. Step 2, write a cool caption. Step 3, post 2 to 3 times a day. Would be better if I kind of like this, right? Step 4, create research hashtags that are relevant to your niche, your industry, and then have 20 to 30 of them. 30 is the max you want to go. I think that's BS now that I've after what's happened to me. And then when you're making your post, go ahead, write your caption. Oh, and don't use automated software, right? Don't use automated software for posting, because Instagram knows that you're using Hootsuite, Buffer, or Grum, or whatever you're using to post. So do everything manually. So I got clever and built a Google spreadsheet that allowed me to essentially bulk write all of my hashtags and my captions, and then I tied that to a naming convention for my post. So as you can see, I just type in the number of the post I'm making, and then the Excel sheet automatically pulls up the caption and the hashtags that I decided to have for that post. So I just copy paste into the app as I'm going, and then everything's not automated, right? So hypothetically, that should help. The first couple of photos I did, I'll throw one up here for you, went really well. Now, while I was experimenting with this, I had hired someone on Fiverr to follow, unfollow, and then DM people when they started following me. And then from there, I would begin to engage with those people who actually messaged me back. Now I want to get to the negative of that following, and then why you should ignore all of these freaking people that keep telling you to put hashtags, a bunch of hashtags in your comments. And that's because Instagram is really looking to crack down on spammers, right? People who aren't really being genuine. They're just using a bunch of automated software. They're bots running around the app, if you will. And so long story short, when I went to do my Instagram, one of my posts this morning, not only was I not able to add the hashtags like I normally could, I found that my post that I posted over the past couple of days, the engagement had just gone like this. So even though the guy on Fiverr, his strategy of follow, unfollow, I went from 80 followers to, 400 something. And in that time, I've probably lost and gained 100. The sub for sub thing is really fickle, guys. And so I know that everybody else is doing that. So that 400 followers is probably going to drop to like 2 something by the end of the month, because I told them to just stop. Because what happens is if you go too fast or you use too many hashtags, Instagram looks at your account and goes, I think you're a spammer, even though you're not using software. And this may sound, the way I'm explaining it sounds obvious, right? However, I did not find anyone in the research that I did, nobody said, hey, by the way, when we're telling you to put hashtags in your comments and post 2 or 3 times a day, you need to look out for being slapped by Instagram and not being allowed to do it ever again. Some people have never gotten that ability back. Other people I've read, it was a week or 2. However, it's Facebook, right? They do whatever they want. They own Instagram. And so my warning to you is to really, really be careful of all of this just stupid, and this is exactly why I'm doing this vlog, right? This is exactly why I'm doing this vlog. I'm not whining, I'm not complaining, I am upset, because when a bunch of influencers or gurus or people who are out there testing never talk about the negative side of what they're doing and never say, hey, by the way, a couple of accounts have experienced this, you just get, it's like a huge blindside, right? Because this morning, I spent so many hours putting together that Excel sheet with my hashtags. I spent so many hours going and getting real posts. I spent hours writing real captions because I wanted to be a real freaking person. And then to come to the end of it and be treated like I'm a spammer or a bot. And then, of course, when I go look it up, okay, yeah, there's plenty of articles on those problems, right? But the issue is you don't find those articles until you have the problem, as opposed to a video like this where I'm saying, here's what I've tried, here's what I've done, here's what's worked. By the way, adding the hashtags worked. I literally spent 6 hours going through different Instagram accounts, taking all of the hashtags they were using, throwing them into an Excel sheet, and then aggregating the ones that were used the most. That's how I came up with my 30 hashtags. I didn't just out of the blue be like, okay, hashtag marketing, entrepreneur, motivation, motivational, you versus you. I wouldn't have come up with that stuff. The hashtag list that I came up with the top of my head, there were 3 that were on that list. So you can do all your homework, you can do everything right, and still get punched in the gut. So that's pretty much the message here. Whew, okay, I'm done. I promise, I'm done. So that was a different style vlog. I thought it might be more helpful if I went through the entire day and then picked, kind of cherry picked the big lesson learned or the big issue that I ran into during the day, and then share that with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some value out of that whole Instagram fiasco and hopefully saved you a lot of headache and frustration when it comes to being slapped by Instagram. So until the next vlog, and we're still going to be doing videos every day even though I'm about to go on vacation. I want you guys to continue to be inspired by these. Hopefully these videos are helping you avoid some of the mistakes I'm making. So until the next episode, keep building the business you love. Take care.